Welcome to the Melody Treasury video guides for singers of French classical art song or melody. This is the second video in the introduction to the use of the International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA and focuses on the consonants of the French language. My name is Christopher Goldsack and the Melody Treasury is a website I have set up to support English-speaking singers and others interested in melody. Unlike the vowels, the consonants of the French language pose few real difficulties for English singers, as they are practically identical to those used in English. The main thing here is to learn how they are notated in IPA, so that you can effortlessly follow IPA transcriptions, such as those found in the Melody Treasury scores. Most of the IPA consonants look like their Roman alphabet equivalents, which makes them easy to use too. There are, however, a few consonants with particular characteristics, which I will elaborate upon. Most of the consonants come in pairs, voiced and unvoiced, and I will introduce them in their pairs. The mouth shapes for the pairs are identical, but voiced consonants activate the vocal folds, whereas unvoiced ones do not. For this reason, sustained voice consonants like v and z can maintain a pitch, whereas their unvoiced partners, f and s, cannot. Let's begin with the short or plosive consonants. The first pair of consonants is b and p, used in bon and pain. Next we come to d and t, used in adieu and astre. On to the g and k sounds, used in gloire and coin. Moving on to the sustained consonants, we have v and f, as in vin or wagon, and fin. The z and s sounds are used in oser and soir. It is worth pointing out that an s between two vowels is usually voiced, whereas a double s between two vowels will be unvoiced. So we get poison, meaning poison, and poisson, meaning fish. This subtlety can lead to some entertaining misunderstandings in the mouths of inexperienced singers of French. The next pair is j and sh, used in je and gilet, and chat. Finally, in this section, we see the glottal and the aspirate, which are not natural French consonants and should be used exceedingly sparingly and for emphasis only. The French do make a distinction between an aspirated and truly mute H at the start of a word, but there is no characteristic aspiration on the sound. The effect is purely to block a possible liaison. So with un hibou with an aspirate H, there is no liaison allowed, and the N of un is not sounded, whereas un homme with a non-aspirate H, there is a liaison. Whilst it is not part of the IPA, you can find out in a French dictionary whether a liaison is allowed by an apostrophe or an asterisk by the word. Hibou will be listed thus, with an apostrophe, whilst homme will simply be listed thus, without the apostrophe. Now we move on to the nasal consonants. The M and N are easy and identical to the Roman equivalents, so and n appear in words like main and nous. Be careful with M's and N's that follow vowels. These will very often be part of a nasal vowel sound and should not be enunciated. Listen to the appropriate section in the vowel tutorial for more detail. The ng sound is found mainly in words derived from English, such as camping. The ny sound is more common and used in words like agneau. Moving on to the last few consonants. The L or L sound is common in French. It is found in lumière. The guttural R used in speech is written like a small capital R, sometimes upside down. For ease of notation, I will always use this version. Some French singers use the guttural R when singing mélodie, but it is difficult for English singers to make it sound authentic. Because of this, I always recommend using a lightly flipped R, R, when singing in French. However, introductions are spoken, so we have to use the guttural R. So, by Forêt, we find the song Après un rêve, whose opening lines, when sung, are Dans un sommeil que charmait ton image, je rêvais le bonheur ardent mirage. Finally, there is the h sound used in imported Spanish words like jota. Thank you for following this video tutorial. For further support, please visit the website at www.melodytreasury.com.